going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now, just before we get into today's video, I just want to take a quick second here to welcome all the new subscribers here to the channel. It's really awesome to actually have you guys joining the community, hitting that subscribe button. It's really appreciated. And if by chance this is your first time seeing my content, I want to welcome you as well. I'm Dre, and I'm a tech enthusiast, a part-time photographer, content creator, and someone who has just recently taken on the filmmaking journey. So I pretty much share my tips, tricks that I've learned along my journey, as well as product reviews, unboxings here and there. So if you enjoy content like that and you're really interested in joining this community, then why not consider hitting that subscribe button? Come and join this awesome community. All right, great. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's actually jump into today's video. And today, we're going to be talking about camera cages and camera cage systems in general. So as you can see here, I've actually got my Canon R6 Mark II in this Niceyrig camera cage system that was actually sent out to me by the awesome folks over at Niceyrig. So big shout outs to Niceyrig for actually sending this camera cage out to me to check out. I really appreciate it. Now, of course, full transparency, Niceyrig is not sponsoring this video. They did not pay me for a review video, or did they demand me to say nothing but nice things about this camera cage system. Therefore, all opinions and thoughts that I share with you guys are completely my own. With that said and out of the way, I had to share this camera cage system with you guys after having used it for about a couple of months now. And to be completely honest, I don't think there's any going back for me after this. Now, one of the first things, or one of the first thoughts or questions, I should say, that I had going into this was, why get a camera cage system? And this was kind of a tricky one, because one of the appeals of something like the Canon R6 Mark II or other mirrorless cameras currently on the market is that it's relatively small and compact. And the last thing that you want to do is to actually make them larger and heavier. However, I actually found myself on countless different occasions on shoots where I actually wanted to mount some basic accessories to my camera, which is extremely hard to do because, of course, I'm only stuck with just using the cold shoe mount that is actually attached to the top of my camera. And this almost always becomes extremely difficult, especially if you want to use your mirrorless camera for more professional video work. So essentially, I wanted to add some accessories, but don't want to make the camera twice the size to do so. And that's where something like this camera cage system from Niceyrig comes in really clutch. Now, the concept behind a cage like this is to actually improve the functionality of my R6 Mark II while not dramatically increasing its size. Now, the build quality of the Niceyrig cage for the R6 Mark II is pretty impressive. It's made out of full aluminum alloy and it weighs around 296 grams, which actually feels fairly lightweight, and you're not gonna notice a massive difference in weight once the cage is fitted. Now, speaking of fitting, this cage actually firmly attaches to my camera by utilizing two locking points, one at the bottom and one at the strap hole on the side. Now, I absolutely love this locking mechanism that Niceyrig chose to use, as it actually bypasses using the cold shoe on my camera as a locking point, which is what most cages that I've seen on the market tend to do, and I'm not a fan of that. So definitely thumbs up to Niceyrig for this smart move. Now, the locating pin and the two anti-skid pads at the bottom of the cage will work to both protect the bottom of your camera from scratches and to also prevent the camera from, twisting out of position, especially when you have this thing fully rigged out. Now, taking a step back and just looking at the concept behind how this Niceyrig cage has been designed, it's clear that some real thought process has been put into ensuring that you still have easy access to all of the ports, all of the controls, dials, and even the buttons, as the cage itself is somewhat offset enough from the camera body and the cutouts are perfectly positioned, so you don't have to go digging under the cage to access, let's say, your SD card slot and the various camera controls. So again, something that I absolutely love about this cage. Now, when you look all around this camera cage, it actually features multiple 1/4-20 threaded holes for mounting different accessories. And I've got some here that I'll definitely share with you guys quite shortly. Now, on the left side, it comes with a NATO rail, which is perfect for attaching other accessories like a side handle. Now this camera cage also comes with an R5 bottom plate that's built in so it can support quick and easy switching between archetype tripods, gimbals, sliders, you name it. The bottom plate also comes with multiple quarter 20 and 3/8 threaded holes that is compatible with different tripods and for attaching other accessories as well. There's also a little magnetic screwdriver tool that's actually attached to the bottom of the cage, which I find to be quite useful and handy to have so as to make any quick adjustments if I needed to. Something again that I absolutely love. At the top on both the left and right side are cold shoe mounts, perfect for attaching lights, monitors, or even microphones. And there are also 2 strap holes, one on each side of course of the cage, which are perfect for attaching shoulder straps, wrist straps, you name it. Alright, now that we actually know a little bit more about this Niceyrig camera cage, let me actually show you how easy it is to fit it to a mirrorless camera, kind of like my R6 Mark II. And I'm actually going to show you also some of the accessories that you can actually attach to the cage as well, so we can speak about them quickly. As I said, it's really simple and fast. All you have to do is slide your camera into the cage. I find that you can only do this by having the back of the cage facing the front of the camera. Then all you do is ensure that the locking pin and the mounting screw are aligned to the bottom of the camera, and then using the provided screwdriver tool, go ahead and secure the cage to your camera. After that, use the little L bracketing screw that comes with the camera cage to secure it to the strap hole on the left side of your camera for the second locking point, and you're done. Now the cage is fully locked and fitted to the R6 Mark II. See, told you it was that quick and easy. Now, one quick side tip. If you're actually going to use any of the ports on the camera, especially that 3.5mm port, then I would highly recommend opening the protective flaps before fitting the cage to your camera and just tuck it under the cage to get it out of the way. Now, as I said earlier, Niceyrig actually has a number of accessories that you can actually mount to the camera cage to make it a proper cage system. And I actually have 2 of them here with me right now that we're going to quickly take a look at. The first one we're going to look at is the Niceyrig top handle. Now, this is perhaps one of the first accessories that I definitely recommend getting first, as it adds a little bit more functionality to the cage. Now, you can use it to operate your camera at a low angle or just as an easy way to grab and transport your camera on the go. It has a proper grip that feels comfortable, as well as more quarter 20 holes, a cold shoe mount, and a 3/8 RE locating hole to fit something like a monitor mount. It's built with the same aluminum alloy material as the cage and is actually attached to the cage quite simply by using something like an Allen key wrench to actually tighten it to the cage. Now, next accessory that we're going to actually look at is this Niceyrig wooden NATO side handle. Now, this fits our camera cage quite easily on the left side where there's already a built-in NATO rail. But if you want to use it on the other side of the cage, then all you'll do is use an Allen key wrench to take off the metal part from the handle and just change the direction. Now, if you're mostly a handheld shooter, then an accessory like this is really extremely useful. It's comfortable to hold and acts as a second mounting point to get more stable shots for when you're shooting videos handheld. You can also use an Allen key to adjust the position of the side handle up or down to better suit your needs. It also features a cold shoe mount, more quarter 20 holes for mounting even more accessories. So yeah, using something like this definitely just makes your camera cage system even more versatile than what it is already. Now, I don't think there is any such thing as the perfect camera cage because, of course, different camera cages are gonna suit different people's requirements. But I think this Niceyrig cage is actually a solid offering, especially for its price. And the fact that it didn't drastically increase the size or weight of my camera is another plus. The build is solid and the controls are easy to access. Now, there are multiple mounting points all around the camera, and it can be used to actually build out your mirrorless camera into a proper professional video rig. As a matter of fact, I actually used this same camera cage system to build out my R6 Mark II into a full-fledged cinema camera. So if you're interested in seeing a full breakdown on that rig build, then definitely leave a like on this video and comment rig build down in the comment section below. Now, given all that said, for me personally, this particular Niceyrig camera cage is a solid pickup, as I said before, and it's actually compatible for not only the Canon R6 Mark II that I have here, but also the original Canon R6, the Canon R5, and also the Canon R5C. So I think it will also be quite a solid pickup for a lot of people out there. Now check the links down in the description box below if you're interested in this camera cage system, whether you're a Canon, Sony, or a Panasonic shooter. Anyways, that's it for me for this one. Thanks so much for watching, and definitely subscribe if you haven't as yet, but I'll see you guys for sure in my next upload.